All right, gamers, I think it is about that time. What is going on? Welcome on in to stream. How we doing? The economy is slowly coming back, gamers. What's up, Lux, Slime, Jennifer? Jennifer, thank you for the, I don't even know what they are. They're jewels? Very much appreciate the jewels. I'm not entirely sure how jewels works right now, but I do appreciate them nonetheless. What's up, Deleaf? We got Lux. Hope you guys are doing well. Zach Smith, hello. Welcome on in. As soon as he asked how we're doing, my screen froze. Classic. Absolute classic. Hopefully the audio is sounding all right. I think we're at a good level right now. Turn down the game audio a little bit. Cool. So you guys know what we're doing today. You've been here before. And if you haven't been here before, act like you've been here before. Just kidding. If you haven't seen my latest video, you'll know, or I guess you won't know, that I posted the Univa League in reverse video, where I went through and reversed the positions of all of the gym leaders and Elite Four members in the Univa League. This is in black and white. So we did that video. It went off successfully, but now I want to come back and do black 2 and white 2. So what that means is we are going to do all of the reversal and all of that with the updated league. So some teams might be a little similar, but what's interesting about black 2 and white 2 is that there's the return of all these previous generation Pokemon. So there's a whole new pool of Pokemon that even the gym leaders that won't switch from black 1 to white 2, or black 1 to black 2, or the sequels, they will still get an updated team, and you'll see how that might affect it later. So the plan today, chat, is to basically do what we've done before with Univa, but within the context of black 2 and white 2. That also gives us access to the move tutor, which is fantastic if you ask me. Thank you for the happy poop, Jennifer. Drayden is still the 7th gym, which is funny because he did move locations last video. So that's going to be interesting. What's up, Shadow Stitch? Welcome on in. What's up, Jade? Let's start with the champion, aka Gym Leader 1. That's right. Okay, so I think... Oh, let me set this up again real quick. I should actually just move my windows over here. Something like that. What's up, Pokey Simon? I got a lot of windows going on my screen right now. Let me set this up, and then we will get started. Hope you guys have been doing well. I know I have. There we go. Okay. We'll transition. There we go. We're here. So, as you can see, I have the locations and the level caps already good to go. We've got Iris, Chantal, Caitlin, Grimsley, Marshall, Marlin, Drayden, Skyla, Clay, Elisa, Berg, Roxy, and Sharon. So, if you haven't realized already, Sharon is going to be our champion, which honestly fits really well. That's like a super cool callback to like even Gen 1 with the rival. So, what's up, Gakubo? Welcome on in on the Twitch side. Hope you're doing well. Had some fun July 4th shenanigans last weekend. Went up to the lake around here. Did some wakeboarding. That was fun. Saw some fireworks. It was fire, as they say. I'm going to be spamming the happy poo. I hope you do, Jennifer. Very much appreciated. The normal rival Sharon. Exactly. Okay. So, and as a reminder, your OKoins are back. They do work, and you have a couple of new, old but returning redeems that you have available to yourself. So, if you want to play around with those, you can. They're in the description. I think it's just throwen, and THX. I did have a good 4th of July. It was fun. Yeah. Raw. What's up, Lauren? How you doing? Turn up the volume ever so slightly. There we go. We're back, baby. This is definitely balanced. Yeah, so this is the initial champion fight. This is the fight that we are going to go for first. Now, as per usual, I do like to have a reason for why each gym leader switches. I've kept a couple of the reasons here just because they don't change areas, but interestingly enough, Chantal is now, because we put her in the not green position, we're putting that, we're putting Chantal in Roxy's position in Burbank City. So I'm wondering if we also switch up the Elite Four positions now, since we technically could, right? I don't know. It's a tough balancing act. Do I want to switch the locations of any of the Elite Four members because they can be battled in any order, or do I want to keep it consistent between generation, or like between games, you know? Marshall should have been second. I love that I can currently hear you because of an ad. Wait, what? So I might also just not worry about the Elite Four members for now, but I think Iris is pretty simple, very similar to Alder. I copied this from Alder's reasoning. There could be a better one for her character specifically. I'm gonna read about her a little bit. You know what? Let me, yeah, make it a little bit bigger so you guys can see it more. Hopefully this is big enough. There we go. This looks pretty good. Asparagus, welcome on in. Frozen Limeade. Changing the order can add a challenge in flavor. That's true. I could see a reason for doing it, especially if Chantal doesn't really fit the Burbank scene. And low-key, I know people have been really wanting to see Marshall in an earlier position. This might be his chance. Like, Burbank City feels very industrial to me, you know? Marshall fits the vibe of Roxy's town. Exactly, yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. That is an interesting point, Leaf. The PokeStar Studio is right next to Burbank City, so I'm wondering, you know, does that open the door for other Elite Four members? Because I feel like, you know, Chantal, she's into the library scene and stuff like that. Let me get rid of the bookmarks. Does that change anything? No. Okay, that's weird. Yeah, what are we trying to do again? I already lost my train of thought. Chantal. But the problem is, we should not get ahead of ourselves. Let's focus on Iris first. This happened last time where we skipped around a lot, and I want to keep things very structured. Let's just focus on Iris first. Why would Iris want to go back to even like Aspertia City? Because that's like not even the beginning town of the original games, so I don't know. But for now, I can see, like, decided to step down from a high position, focus more on her own growth. But also, she was only in Gym 6 in the initial version, like, 2 years ago. So maybe there's a connection there. In Pokemon Black 2 White 2, Iris first appears in Castelia. So if this hypothetically turns into a ROM hack, this would be replaced by Sharon helping you out in the city, which is kind of cool. That also just makes sense. You know what I mean? Wait, is the stream messing up for anyone else right now? She lost her title to Sharon and Drayden forced her there? That's kind of funny. Burbank is too loud for an author like Chantal. I could see that. Well, Iris would totally make sense for dragon typing. I don't think both her and Drayden should have the same type. I see what you're saying, Lux, but I feel like to a certain extent that kind of goes beyond the scope of the reversing series. I think if there's a very obvious type that this person is, we should kind of stick to it, you know? Oh man, I want to see the team layout nicely. Which is why I feel like Dragon makes the most sense. Like, we could hypothetically make it Rock, but we'll get into it in a second. Let's keep looking at reasoning here. primary role in these games is finally revealed to be the new Unovan champion, replacing Alder. After training extensively under Drayden, she battled and defeated Alder after he retired as champion, gaining the title for herself. So, like, I did allude to this in the first video, like, the idea that, you know, what if Alder influenced Sharon from an earlier point in the game? What would happen? And I feel like it just so happens that the sequel games really set it up well, lore-wise, so that, like, oh, if Alder's influencing Sharon's behaviors and habits from the very beginning of his journey, rather than, like, halfway through, after Mistralton, where they meet up for the first time, he would actually become the champion, as opposed to just the first gym leader, you know? Iris is a dragon-leaning type, but she's more of a draconic theme than the type itself. That's fair. At least for the champion fight, I can get behind that. We can make Iris ice? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. So yeah, I kind of like the idea that literally we can just take this. We can just take this exactly and give it to Sharon. You know what I mean? So gaining the title for himself. So that feels good. And then training extensively under Alder. He battled and defeated him after he retired as champion. Yeah, that just works to me. A single Lapras for Gym 1? That would be bold. Like, I don't know if you guys saw the comments of the video, but everybody was dogging on that Cofagrigus, okay? Everybody was dogging on it, and I play-tested it. Like, I playtest at least the first 3 gyms because the balancing in the early game is so particular. Like, you don't want to overtune it and you don't want to undertune it, and I feel like Cofagrigus, like, the set that I gave for him, was a decent middle ground where it was still challenging. You know what I mean? Especially compared to Watchog's Retaliates in the base game. Wasn't Cynthia made a normal type trainer for Sinnoh in reverse? Yes, this is true, but Cynthia is staunchly not related to a type. Like, Iris is very much related to the dragon typing. She was the dragon type gym leader, and her champion team is mostly dragon types. What was the set? Can we do a hard mode this time? It's still meant to be slightly more difficult than the base game, but we're not making it a hard mode. You know, we're not trying to make it just feels like we're doing 2 separate concepts at once at that point, you know? I don't think it's really about the challenge. I think it's more about that it feels very out of place. I see what you mean, Shadow. I see. Yeah, I see what you mean. I'm also just realizing now this yeah. Dual chop Axew for her ace? I don't know. Base game hard mode was slightly harder than the original. You're talking about challenge mode? We could maybe think of or consider challenge mode. Well, I'll consider it. I don't know. But anyway, so I feel like we can stick with this for the reasoning for now. I like the idea that, like, you know, maybe we reverse this reasoning, you know? Instead of after training extensively under Drayden, she battled and defeated Alder. Oh, here we go. I'm kind of cooking now. After training under Drayden, she battled and she battled the triplets, right? After they retired as champion and lost, which kind of sounds crazy in concept that she would lose to the triplets, but she decided to bring her talents to the small, well, to the beginning or something like that. You know what I mean? I feel like that works a little bit better. Dragons resist all of the starter typings? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it totally makes sense. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm setting up a dock for you for Black 2, White 2. Okay, sounds good, Shadow. Appreciate that. But yeah, I see what you mean about being out of place. I think the problem is I set myself up for it to only be out of place based on the options available for ghost types at that point in the game. But anyways, let's talk about Iris's team. I'm going to... So, I can't remember in base game what they do with items. So, personally, my thinking of items for the reverse series is to keep it very simple. So, you know, Oranberry, Citrus Berry, all the way down until, like, the League, where we can start getting a little more creative. Again, I feel like if we get too creative too early on the reverse teams specifically, not the fixing teams, it goes beyond the scope of what we're trying to do. What's up, Crash Jet Tech? She deserved to be in the first gym for that reasoning alone. True. Yeah, maybe she's just not accustomed to triple battles. That's a fair point, Crash. Give one of the starters an ice move just in case the first one is dragon. True, true, true. That's a fair point. Like, give it like powder, give Oshawott powder snow or something. Icy wind. I don't know. I see what your point is. Sharon has workup TM, have something similar at least. Yeah, so we'll get there. We obviously want to keep to the same levels. We got 13 and 11. I've gotten that noted here as well. And we're also going to look at the BST of these guys. Lillipup is 275, and I believe Patrat is 255. This is very important because this is the only team that I actually did a very small amount of research on before. I like to go into this kind of blind. Because this is going to be very difficult to balance, especially if we do keep to Dragon here. If we go to, let's say we want to keep the total BST under 300 for this fight. You got nothing. There's no options. And like, yes, this isn't the most dangerous team in the world, but it's not easy. Like, people sleep on Sharon in this game a little bit. I'm not going to say it's the most difficult team of all time, but you know, if it works up a couple of times, a tackle can really do some damage. So that's important to note. It's just not the end of the world. The thing is like, even at 350, you got two options, Axew and Dino, or Dino, whatever you want to say. Gakabo says, if you do decide to go with Dragon type, what if she's like, go kids, do what teacher Iris couldn't? So she trains the new generation with dragons so they resist on the trio's type. I see what you're saying. So she's trying to teach them young. It's a fair point. Looking at her team, I honestly think she would have to be rock type and not dragon. Yeah, Dino's not weak, for sure. So, like, we would have to heavily underclock the movesets of these guys. And, like, if you think about, you know, Axew, we duplicate this. even if we look at Axew's movesets, like, it's not getting a stab dragon type that's balanced in like any way. Like, you could, what's the, okay, so it's 30 special attack. Guys, hear me out. What if we give Axew Dragon Pulse? Thoughts? Thoughts? It's got that lower special attack, even though it's got 85 base power. Like, is that better or worse than any other option we have? What's up, Pokey Jerry? Oh, Dragon Rage is without a question not going to happen in this video. Any more than the BST of these guys is too much, says Crash Jet. I totally agree. Dragon Breath? Can we even get it? I don't see Dragon Breath here. And like, what would the TM even be? Do we keep it at Workup? That could be a vibe. We keep Workup and give it Dragon Pulse so it can actually like boost the power of it in a way. I don't know. It's kind of a stupid idea, I will admit. Dual Chop hits twice? Yeah, it's just too much. Ooh, get some arms energy. Can you do the challenge mode? I don't know. We'll see. I'm inclined not to. But it can be kind of a mix of both in a way. Like, this guy's got an Oran Berry. I'm planning on putting some berries in, so like... I want to keep to the amount of Pokemon in the base game, I think. In the level caps of base games. So essentially, I think I'm going to keep it to the normal mode. This has to be rock? Okay, let's see it. Let's say we go in that direction, right? What are our options? It's Archon and Aeron. Let's check Archon's BST. 401. Kinda disgusting at this point in the game. Low-key disgusting. And then we have Aeron. 330. That's definitely higher than both of the two Pokemon that Sharon has. This is just tough. The two fossils. That's kind of interesting. I'd say Aeron and Axew. Those, to me, seem to be the most iconic for her team. That's interesting. So we just kind of break away from the typing. I wouldn't necessarily mind it. Why not Dragon Pulse as the TM or HM? I don't believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't believe that's a TM. Let's see, Dragon Pulse. Oh, it is. In Gen 4, okay. Oh yeah, that totally makes sense. That's Claire's... Is that not Claire's? Yeah, it is. Okay. I don't know what I was thinking. So that could work, although I really don't want to give the player access to Dragon Pulse before the second gym. You know what I mean? Pokey Simon says, when you do Kalos, would it be a mix of easy plus challenging? Or would you keep to the same number? So I think the two distinctions I want to keep for the reverse series is the number of Pokemon and the level caps. Nice throw-in. Thank you, Lorenzo. Welcome on in. What's up, Triangle? So we keep to the level caps, we keep to the number of Pokemon, and I think we go easy on the items. Especially if they're not that crazy in base game. And you know, we're all gonna get to... Eventually, I'm gonna get to all of these games with my fixing videos, and by that point, we can go ahead and like really restructure everything. Fanteric, welcome on in. Either keep Workup or maybe give them Dragon Dance. Oh my gosh. I could see that because I don't know. I gave Dragon Dance to Aegon, I believe. in Sapphire in reverse, and that was crazy. But I have been known to do it. I love how loud Pho is. Ice says, Iris has a Salamence in her challenge mode rematch team. Could you maybe use Bagon? Let me check the Pokedex here. So Pokemon Black 2, White 2, Pokedex. Because we want to make sure that every Pokemon we're using can be caught in the region, and I low-key do not know if... Yeah, Bagon's just not there until post-game. So that is not an option. Yeah, this is interesting. I don't necessarily hate the fossil angle. Let me check the other fossil. So Tortuga, I'm assuming, is around 402. Oh, it's 355. Oh, is it because of Archon's ability? Defeatist? I think Dragon Tail for the prize would be, like, fine for her. It's harder to use and has limited distribution. I could see that, Shadow. Give Marlin a belly drum Azumarill. We'll get there when we get there, Billy. We are talking about Iris right now. B2 White 2 has all Pokemon. Not that I know of. Both fossils can work. It's an option. I don't hate it. The only thing that I'm not a fan of is the fact that this is, like, very iconically Marlin's guy. Right? And, like, Marlin's level cap, I guess, yeah, Marlin's level cap does allow for it to for him to have Caracosta still. So I guess technically they wouldn't be using the same exact Pokemon, but they would be using the same line. That's an interesting idea, though. Let's say we do Tortuga into Archon. That's very inspired. I don't mind it. It feels similar in vein with my Cynthia ideas. You know, if we do anything different, I guess we could do Archon plus Aggron or Aeron. It does feel a little bit better. I don't necessarily want her to, like, not have a single dragon type, though. I did see someone said Axew plus Aeron, and I kind of like that angle, too. Yeah, she's never had a Caracosta on any of her teams, so it does feel a little weird. That's true. I did back up my Cynthia ideas with the fact that those Pokemon have been on her teams in some way. Let me look at the TMs in Black 2, White 2. Here we go. So, Dragon Claw, if we stick to Dragon typing, it's Claw, Tail, I'm assuming I missed Pulse somewhere. Where is Dragon Pulse? I'm so confused, I just looked this up. Anyways, Druddigan with only special attacks is crazy ice. E. Osborne, hello. What are the possible encounters that can hit super effective by the first gym? Pretty much none. It's a good question. If we go here, Flacessi, I don't even know how to say this. Flacessi Ranch? Flacessi Ranch? It's probably Flacessi Ranch. You've got Psyduck, you've got Mareep and Riolu. These are cool Pokemon. You got Azurill. Like, these are your, like, most out there Pokemon that you can find. And there's not really protection against Dragon types in any way whatsoever in the early game. I suggested Dino due to fighting types. That's an interesting idea. Give Iris Kyurem. Great idea. Okay, I'm kind of being pulled in the direction of Dino and Axew again. But then again, Aeron would also be checked by Riolu. I'm kind of down with this. Let's think about this a little bit more. So the ability of Axew, we'd probably go Mold Breaker. Although we could probably make it Rivalry, and it would be female. And how does Rivalry work again? It's reversed, right? So increases damage inflicted to 1.25x against Pokemon of the same gender. Here's where we get some progress. We actually make it so that Axew does less damage to all of the starter Pokemon, because the starter Pokemon, if I'm not mistaken, are all more likely to be male. Look at that. That's kind of boss, right? I don't think it's that broken then if we go with the rivalry approach, right? Female rivalry Axew. Yeah. Hold on. Let me cook, guys. Give me a second. We might have gotten somewhere. Gives you something some interesting counterplay to it, yeah. I'm still gonna get that 12.5% female on my first try anyways. Well, there's your hard mode, Deleaf. Like, you don't even have to try anymore. If you want a hard mode, it's there. You can reset for it all day if you want to, you know? Okay, this is kind of a vibe. I'm in. So, let's look at the moveset. Oh, what a banger of a song to come on at this moment. So if we go with the Dragon Tail approach, I know this is crazy. Oh, but what TM would Drayden use then? Would Drayden just use Dragon Claw? I could see it. I can't believe they made challenge mode woke, bro. You hate to see Game Freak do it, Ice. It's crazy. Okay. So if we go the Dragon Tail approach, Axew cannot learn it. It actually just can't learn it. That's fantastic. That's true. Dragon Tail is a bit too weak for that point anyways. I thought it was stretching it a little bit at Gym 6 for Dragon Tail, but it obviously worked better than Gym 8. So honestly, it kind of makes sense for Drayden to get an upgrade, you know? Okay, so I guess the problem is I want each trainer to actually be able to use their TM on their team. And if Axew can't get it, you better hope and pray that Dino does. Yup. There it is, baby. It really doesn't learn it. That's crazy to me. Would you ever do a monotype run? I would, Pokey Simon. What's up, Monsoon? Welcome on in. I played Unova games with all starters, and all 6 times I got 4 female starters? That's crazy, fan. You better start shiny hunting soon. I do like the idea that Iris is forcing you to learn about switching Pokemon in battles. It's not a bad idea. So if we go Dino, we could do the Dragon Tail angle. And what's the stats here? What are your attack stats, bro? 65. See, that's a lot of damage, man. I feel like that's kind of crazy for this early in the game. And what is Lil Bro's ability? It's Hustle. Oh god. This is the reverse effect of Rivalry. Although, Dragon Tail does already not have perfect accuracy, you know? Like, do you know at first gym fits with his name as one? Oh, I see what you're saying. Maybe Dino or Aeron and give Axew or Fracture to Drayden. Oh, that's fair. Hey, you know what? I actually don't mind if there is some overlap between Iris and Drayden because they were both at the same position in the first version of this. You know what I mean? Like, they shared a slot, and now they're going their own separate ways a little bit. So I could see the angle, actually, of Aaron and Dino. Oh, man, but then we lose the Axew. Maybe, you know what? Let me check this. No shot Aaron can learn Dragon Tail, right? Yeah, for a second, I had a cool idea. Dino is the ace and Aaron for the lead? Yeah. Oh, but the Axew rivalry idea is so good! Would you ever do a video of fixing a Pokemon type? I could see that happening. It would have to be very far down the line, because I want to do a fixing Pokemon video as well. Owen would run into a random trainer that counters his team in a monotype run. This is true. Oh man, but I do agree that if we do the Dino Aaron approach, it is kind of cool because Riolu is still kind of a counter. Owen just made an objection on Aaron not learning Dragon Tail, that's right. Oh man, this is such a fun idea though. I don't want to... I might have to kill my darling on this one. Just gonna copy and paste it down there. So, hypothetically speaking, we throw Dino here. We go Aaron in the lead. Aaron has... I literally don't even remember the ability of Aaron. That's crazy. Rockhead or Sturdy? I mean, it's Gen 5, right? So we go Sturdy. Exactly, yeah. The Riolu is still there. And then we go, what, this is level 11? So it actually does get Metal Claw, which is sick. So you go Metal Claw, and you go... we even go Headbutt? Yeah, why not? Blood Slap, right? Pretty standard level up moveset, and then like Harden for vibes. Low-key, that could just work. There is also a hard mode, so just add Axew to the hard mode. Oh, okay. Maybe I can note Axew, and that rivalry idea. I like Roar. Oh, just teach him the TM for Roar. Oh, just so it has like some similarities with Dragon Tail. Kind of a fun idea. Okay. I'll note it. I'll note it. Alright, go back to Dino here. We're at level 13, so we get Headbutt. I guess we're just a couple of headbutting dudes, you know? Give me a mini theme of phasing moves. It's kind of cute. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then you give it Bite. And then, of course, you give it Dragon Rage, right, guys? Maybe you do give it Focus Energy, you know? Just for the vibes. You set up Focus Energy, and then it just goes to town on Hustle Dragon Tails. If only Dino is getting the TM on the Dino Aaron, why not Axew and Dino? Because Axew has higher BST, so it feels weird for Axew to not be in the ace position. What's up, Tam? How you doing? Welcome on in. We are, oh, the hat is clean? Thank you. Thank you. My friend actually made this for me, like, I think 2 birthdays ago or something. So, you know, maybe I'll start some merch and this will be one of the options. Give it Focus Energy. Because it's like workup on the elemental monkeys. I could see what you mean. Triangle. Gives the AI a non-damaging move to click, makes it easier on the player. Yeah, exactly, yeah. But, like, that's so much damage if you do get the crit Dragon Tail, like that's low-key very threatening. On 65 attack this early, stab dragon move, like that's disgusting. I'm kind of here for it. Let's stick with this for now. I'm not opposed to what we're cooking here. And we might change it later down the line, but I do like what Shadow's cooking with the Roar Dragon Tail parody. This is very fun to me. Holy cow, I'm rich. The OKoins economy's going crazy right now. Gotta invest, guys. Dragon types are hardest to work with, yeah. Okay, so we've done at least the first draft of Iris's team in Sharon's position. So now it is time to move on to Roxy. Roxy still only has 2 Pokemon. Very similar to Lenora, but holy crap is her team easier. Like, this Whirlipede compared to that Watchog it's night and day. It is night and day. It'll likely drop to 2 or 3 strong hits, so if it does use focus energy, it might only get one chance to attack. I think that's fine. I'll note that, though. I will note that. Hey, look, that's me. I hate normal gym leaders so much. But isn't that so cool to say out loud? Normal type gym leaders are so hard. That's cool. That's cool to me. What can I say? Like, that's awesome. Alright, let me close some tabs. So here's the thing, right? We've talked about the idea of Chantal staying in the same position in Verbank City. I'm gonna open up Verbank City here so we can get the vibe. This is what we're looking at, right? It's got the docks, it's got the graffiti, it's got the Verbank complex right next to it. It feels very grimy in a way that Chantal does not feel to me. Darth Mater, welcome on in. I know I'm late, but I always felt Iris should have had Drillbur and Excadrill as an anime reference. I see what you're saying. It's kind of a fun idea. Okay, so are we considering moving someone else here? Because I kind of like the idea of Grimsley here. I was thinking the same thing, Shadow. Because technically speaking, what we were talking about earlier is that all of the Elite Four members can be fought in any order still in this game, so I don't really see a reason that we have to keep them in the same order. Marshall fits in Nimbasa because of the sports. Well, I can make an argument for Grimsley and Marshall here, to be honest. Like, Marshall feels very in line with the griminess of the city, you know, very industrial. Next to the complex. What else we got going on in here? Trivia. This is gonna be great. Due to a glitch? Oh, great. Okay, well this isn't helpful at all. I want some lore. Give me some lore drops, Bulbapedia. What are we doing? There's graffiti painted on a wall that resembles Coughing Skull. Covered by clouds and smoke. Very active residents. Very active residents, you say? Feels very Marshall to me. Feels very Marshall to me. What if Caitlin, since it's near the movies place? Well, do we know if any of these guys have any references to Pokestar Studios besides Bryson? Like Sabrina was there, which... Oh, I guess Roxy was there. That makes sense. Studio. Banger name right there. Making films. Like, should I just go through... Can I go to Chantal and just say Pokestar? You know, for each leader and see if anything sticks? We go... Grimsley. Nothing there. What about, like, actor. Oh, I got excited for a second. It's just the voice actor. Sabrina and Caitlyn feel like they could be friends. Yeah. That's true. It does feel very dark type coded. Let's read up on Grimsley again. Participates as a trainer in the battle tree. Grimsley is an accomplished surfer. Yup. He is noted to have developed skills for the sport surprisingly quickly, believing that it couldn't be much different from riding a Sharpedo. Okay. Feel like that's still not a lot to connect them, I will say. Grimsley's design is themed on both vampires and gambling. There we go. Gambling mentioned. Alder is nearby too, so perhaps Marshall wanted to get some extra training from a former champ. That's kind of an idea. Yeah, I like that. Chantal wrote the book that In Her Eyes is worth being adapted into a movie? Triangle, I think you're a genius. Hold on. Crimson, what's up? How you doing, dude? Welcome on in. Been a minute. Wait, I kind of like this idea. Chantal has become such a great writer that the biggest studio in Pokemon in Unova has signed her on to adapt it into a movie. I love it. Can I gamble again? Gambling is not back yet. I'm sorry. This is kind of genius, Triangle. Boom. Chantal is creating the next Harry Potter. Chantal is a fashion star in Nimbasa City would be funny. Yeah. Okay, I don't know, Chad. I kind of feel like... I kind of feel very good about this. Triangle cooked on that one. Deadass, I kind of love the book to movie idea. Yeah. So yet again, Chantal stays winning as the second gym leader. It just can't be beat, folks. It just can't be beat. Hex has good parallels with Venoshock! Dude, we're there. We've already made the team. We don't have to do the rest of this, okay? We're done with the stream. Triangle has done it for us. It's fantastic. If we lock in Chantal second again, do we do the same order as Black One, White One? I'm kind of thinking we do, but let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Because all of the rest of them still very much work in the same positions, and it would be fun to have a couple of leaders on each side that stay very similar, but get like the extra Pokemon, you know? How did we determine the order of gyms? Because they can be battled in any order. Yes, that's correct, Tam. So this is the same order that we were using for the Unova in Reverse video for Black One and White One. And I decided that based on how well they fit in each city. So for me, Chantal felt very at home in Nacrene City because the gym aesthetic is a library and Chantal is a writer. So like that just works very well as is. And then Caitlyn in the big city, you could kind of, it's a bit more of a stretch, but like she's from Sinnoh, so she's a bit of a traveler. So it makes sense for her to be in a big city. Grimsley works very well in Nimbasa because he's a big gambler, and Nimbasa feels very Las Vegas coded to me. Marshall, very similar in the sense that like Driftvale City, like that just feels both ground and fighting coded to me, like just, you know, just working hard on in the mines, you know, I don't know. And, like, I did plant the idea that Marshall is starting to plant seeds of the Pokemon World Tournament, and it feels like, it makes a lot of sense that Marshall would be the trainer that is in the city of the Pokemon World Tournament. Yeah, very hands-on industrial area. Thank you. What's up, I'm Material? Okay. Chantal, level 16 and 18. Punching rocks is mining, right? Exactly, Rock Smash. They have a move for it, Crimson. So here's the thing, chat. I will say, Cofagrigus worked pretty well where she was at level 20. But I really don't think that Cofagrigus can work at level 18. It's just too much. So let's, like, with that in mind, that's not me saying that I don't like what I did in the first video. I still do like it. And, you know, there could have been a better solution. Sure. But I went for something there. Let me look at... Okay, so we have Roxy's team. Whirlipede. What's your BST, bud? You can also catch Frillish in Verbank, I believe. Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay, okay. 360. That works very well for a little spinny guy, huh? It's like 20 levels below. It's a bit egregious. Okay, but like, when you consider the options that I had, I won't go back and look at it again necessarily, but like, it was either that or Lampent would be the leader, which is fine, I guess. Lampent can work as the ace, but it's also a little undercooked when you look at Watchhog's BST. But I see your point. Plus, there used to be the cold storage, so maybe Marshall and his girders helped with the renovation construction of PWT on the site of the former cold storage. Exactly. Exactly. Okay, so let's do some searches here. We want to look for Ghost, not Shadow. Ghost in like around 360. So I'll do 350, maybe like 330 to 400. Start there. Yeah, so Lampent, I think we actually just... That might be it right there. And then Coughing, what is your BST? That's gotta be around 330, hold on. Oh, guys. We've done it. We have the answer in front of us. We have the answer right here. This is our team. It's Lampent and Frillish. Now, what would be interesting is once we do, and by we I mean mostly Shadow, develop Black, White, in reverse, is if we retroactively place Lampent there with a slightly higher, like, in competitive moveset than we do here. I do like that idea. Kind of like Drifloon? Oh, okay. Wait, I don't mind that. So, in regional Pokédex. So let me uncheck this and go here. So we do have Drifloon. That's interesting. Yeah, I was only searching for Gen 5. Drifloon replacing Coughing feels perfect. But you're either using an NFE or something not Unionen. You're right, it is pretty low for an early Evo. Yeah. Okay, I'm kind of getting convinced that that makes the most sense here, especially if we want to retroactively make Lampent and Frillish Chantal's team in the first game. I don't mind that. So, we go Flame Body, and we go... I think we want to do Aftermath here. That feels very cheap and like, I guess Verbank coded. You can go Unburden here, but we already have pretty high speed. So that's why I'm not like necessarily loving that. Where do I want to go? Drifloon. Are Unova Aces Gen 5 Mons? Yes, I think across the board in B2W2, I always say B2W2, I don't know why. But I believe they're all Gen 5 Aces, so we will want to keep that in mind. True, Frillish being available in Burbank does feel like a nice touch, you're right. Can we use the Pokestar Studios Pokemon? That's a great idea, Gakabo. We just throw like the Tyranitar or whatever in the fight. I love it. Or like the little robot guy. What's up, Pink Vanillish? How you doing? Well, welcome on in. Giving the returning E4 gym leaders some non-Unovan Mons in the decks to spice things up also feels right. That was definitely going to happen. Like, because that makes so much more sense than keeping them the same. Especially when you look at the teams of the original gym leaders, like the difference between them. It's the same idea. I've seen enough. Add the giant lady to Chantal's team. Kind of based. Okay. Alright, Drifloon. Gen 5 moveset. It's at level 16. We'll take a look at this and see how we're feeling after we build out the moveset a little bit. I guess maybe we should take a look at Lampent first, so we can figure out if Drifloon can, like, pair nicely with Lampent. So, level 18. It's actually the same level it is in the first version, which is fun. The women's legs is your ace. What's up, Dat? How you doing? Okay, so we want Fire Spin, right? Get some trapping in there. I guess we should do Hex first as the TM, if we want to keep that the same. Oh, but that's like so broken. I don't know. I guess it makes sense. We go Fire Spin, we do the usual trappage. And then Confuse Ray. Although Confuse Ray does not, like, synergize with Hex in any way. So right now, the only thing that would be synergizing with Hex is Flame Body or Will-O-Wisp, which is probably what I'm gonna run. But, like, that's kind of a lot, guys. I don't know. This feels like it's a little... I don't know. Like, the reason why I'm saying it's a lot compared to what I did in Black and White is... Did I do the same thing? Did I give it Will-O-Wisp? Oh, I didn't give it Hex. I gave Cofagrigus Hex. So it was a little split, and I feel like that balanced it out a little bit more. Yeah, we could just give Drifloon Willow. Is that possible? It is possible. We could split it up again. Smog for Roxy Link? It's kind of an interesting idea. Oh, it's such a bad move in Gen 5. It's still bad as of today, but... 40% chance of poisoning? Okay. So it's got, like, multiple options here. This feels very balanced. I like it. Hex is also only 50 base power in Gen 5. True, true. I'll note both of them down for now. For ideas. Think about it more, I don't think an early Evo Gym Ace is as bad as Misty having Starmie. That's what I'm saying. Like, the only reason it's different is because it evolves with the Evolution Stone. Okay, so Drifloon, the idea here is we've got Aftermath. We're at level 16, so we can get Payback. We can probably teach it Hex, no? Bruh. Really? It learns Hex, but that's pretty late. I don't know if I'm cool with bringing that down all the way to 16, you know? Like, it would have to be Astonish, Gust, payback and, like, minimize, you know? There's not a lot of... I guess we could do, like, Will-O-Wisp here? Like that? So now, let's take a look at Frillish. Let's see if Frillish can do anything different that's a little bit more interesting. TM Hex, it can't learn it. I don't see Hex here. Oh, right, duh. Because Hex isn't a TM in this game. It's not. I replaced Retaliate with Hex. That's why, right? So Generation 5. You've got Shadow Ball, Shadow Claw, and that's it. Yeah, that makes sense, yeah. So, in that case, would I be replacing the Venoshock TM? I think I would be replacing the Venoshock TM with Hex, which feels a little strange to me, but it does work, I think. Venoshock is TM09. Oops. And in that case, I would just allow Drifloon to learn it. I think having Hex on only the ace is fine. I kind of agree with that too. Autocorrect is gonna kill me. Me too. Scald on Frillish to work with Hex could be a bit much, but pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't... I feel like that's probably a bit too much, but I do like the idea. That is fun. So hypothetically speaking, let's build out a Frillish idea. Frillish's ability, Water Absorb or Cursed Body. We probably want to go Cursed Body here. I think a straightforward status in Hex is fine. Okay. We talked about replacing Embargo instead of Retaliate because it's actually pretty useful. Yeah. I'm down for that. Okay, so 16. That would be Nightshade, Bubble Beam, and Absorb is kind of interesting. Kind of covers the water type you might bring for Lampent. And I think that's kind of it, right? Like, what else would you put on this guy? At least Magnemite is going to be kind of useless for this gym anyway. Or finally, yeah. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I'll keep both of these ideas here. I'm leaning towards the Drifloon angle just because of Aftermath. We probably don't need to give either of these guys Hex. I think I agree with that. The Absorb here is kind of nice. I don't think it's necessarily amazing. It's not Stab. Like, you do get some recovery. That's not nothing. I mean, I could go Confuse Ray. It does not interact with Hex. I could do a little bit of that, you know? Little move tutor action. The third Pokemon for hard difficulty could be Frillish then? Yeah, maybe. That's true, we could also just save Frillish from Marlin's gym. Thank you for thinking ahead, Pink Vanillish. I do prefer not doubling up. So I'm gonna throw this guy out here for now, and let's keep moving. Cool. Okay, I feel like we're moving at a decent pace. Like last time we were going pretty slow, getting kind of caught up in the placement of everybody, but I'm kind of okay with keeping these guys where they're at. So Caitlyn in black 2, white 2. We're gonna go to Berg. Berg has 3 Pokemon, as per usual. Level 24. Leavanny does have a high BST. I think it's like 500 something. So this is going to be interesting. This is going to be the highest commented Pokemon in the video, probably, depending on what we choose. Do we get egg moves? And what about hidden abilities? Great question, Gakubo. This is black 2, white 2, meaning we can probably give access to hidden abilities. Probably going to save that for later down the line. Just for an example, let me look at Caitlyn here. Musharna. I'm just going to check to see if any of her Pokemon have their hidden abilities. This is the Elite Four. Oops. This is definitely not hidden ability. Yeah. So I am going to note that not even the Elite Four in base game use hidden abilities. So if we use them, there has to be a very good reason, and it's got to be balanced in some way. That's what I'll say. We took forever placing the Elite Four in B1 White 1. Yeah, exactly. That's true. Drifloon gets Gust to cover the grass types, yeah. Wait. If you want... Well, we wouldn't need to cover grass types for Lampent, right? I would go a little lower on BST. Leavanny is an awful type. That's something I gotta keep in mind. I agree with that, because Leavanny is very easily avoidable, or like, you can take advantage of Leavanny's type pretty easily. It's crazy Berg has 2 Pokemon of the same line, despite Unova having a bunch of cool bug types. This is true. I think Game Freak kind of put themselves in a corner by putting Roxy right before him and stealing his Whirlipede. Actually, just for a quick little design experiment, what would you put there? Because the challenge mode throws the Shelmet and Carablast line his way, but like, what's the BST on those guys? It's gotta be low. We've already looked at this before. Shelmet's 305, so that's not really doing a lot. Like, if we go to Bug, right, and we go to, what is Swadloon's BST? I'm moving it like 5,000 clicks per second or something, I don't know. 380, so let's say like 350 to 400. What do we got? Yeah, I guess Yanma is probably the best option, right? I could see Berg using Yanma. Arvresta, even. It's kind of a fun idea. Marshall in Nimbasa City, since it's the city of entertainment? I don't know, I feel like, what's better than a tournament hosted by an Elite Four member? Well, that's what would happen if he's in Driftvale, right? Oh, Joltik's kind of interesting too. Anyways, so Psychic. It's got to be around 500, but let's err on the side of caution. Let's go to like 400 to 525, or 450 to 525. Okay, we have a ton of options. Let's, for the Ace specifically, let's make sure they're introduced in Gen 5. Oh, okay. Interesting. So we did give her Musharna already. I think we just rinse and repeat, yeah? Because I feel like Musharna fits her the best, ace-wise, even though that's technically not her ace. Technically her ace is Gothitelle, and I kind of hate that. We did give it, give Musharna to her. So let's write that down. Write that down, write that down. Nimbasa opens up the option of hidden grottos with that guaranteed Cinccino. Good point. Shadow says Metang. That's an interesting idea. We're talking about Berg because Pink Vanillish brought up the idea, or the concept, that Game Freak like, just caved and gave him Swadloon, even though he's got Lee Vanny. So I was like, just in case, I wanted to see if there was another option that made more sense for Berg here. So just a little thought experiment. And there were. So Game Freak, I feel like, did something wrong there. Yeah, I think Musharna works the best here. Let's look at Dwebble. 380 for the BST of Swadloon. And 325. So 380. Let's remove introduced in Gen 5. Let's go like 350 to 400. Let's see what that gives us. Oh, it's Duosion and Gotharita. Okay. We could note Duosion again. I know we did give Caitlyn Duosion last time. Out of curiosity, so 325 for Dwebble. Let's go Pikachu and Eevee. Here. That unlocks Baltoy, Beldum, Bronzor. Okay, this is a decent list. I feel like this is the Pokemon that we swap out, you know? What's up, Kyo? What are we on? We are talking about Caitlyn right now. They had plenty of options, they just chose the simplest ones? True. You're right. Metagross is her actual ace in the challenge mode team. Oh, so it is. That's fun. What is Metagross or Metang's? Just out of curiosity. Caitlyn is Gym 3. So this is replacing. Sorry, I'll move it down so it's on the screen. So this is replacing Berg. BST of 420. I feel like that's a little too much. What about Espeon? I think Espeon's too much too. We could do Espeon Ace, but that doesn't seem right to me. I feel like they gotta be Gen 5 Pokemon as the aces. I think... Oh, I do like... I see where you're coming from, though, Gakubo, because Eevee is in Castelia. I'd go Bronzor. She has Bronzong in her rematch team in Black White 1. Okay. I personally would have loved to see Joltik replace Swadloon as a part of Berg's team. Yeah, I think that would be really cool. Even if the electric type seems more prominent than the bug type, moves like Electroweb deserve a spotlight. I agree with that, for sure. I think Gotharita over Duosion as Gothitelle is her actual ace. That's fair, FA. I see your point. I see your point. It would feel weird to change it, though, now that I did do Duosion in the original game. Okay, so 300 here. Technically speaking, the closest swap is still Woobat, but I'm really wanting to change that. We could go Spoink, Elgyem, Bronzor, Beldum, and Baltoy, and I kind of really like the idea of adding some type diversity. I could kind of go either way between Beldum and Bronzor. Ooh, would you consider allowing her to have a non-Unova ace as part of her theming as an immigrant from Sinnoh? That's a very interesting point on Material. What's Marlin's team in reverse? We have not gotten there yet. I think it would be better to change things up for the second game. That's fair. I mean, if Berg got a Swadloon in the sequel, might as well give Caitlyn a Gotharita, right? So you're saying Metang is the ace? That is an interesting idea. I will note it. Okay, so comments. Caitlyn is from Sinnoh. If anything, I could see it being Bronzong because it's a Sinnoh Pokemon. Could be interesting to give her an ace from Sinnoh. I feel like that goes a little too far, but I do like the idea. Curlia, since she has a Glade in her rematch team. I don't think that's in the Pokedex. It might be post-game. Bronzor makes sense for Sinnoh connection? For sure. For sure. I think at that point we go here. If we go back to... Let's see. I want to look at... First, I want to look at the original teams that I brought up. So I was running this for Musharna. So if we keep it the same, that would be what it is. It's one level higher, so let me just take a look at the moveset. There might be something that we can add. One extra level, you never know. Just kidding. It's a stone evolution, I should have thought of that. I think Psybeam still makes sense. 2 Munas and a Musharna, and let's call it a day. True! Dang, I gotta write that one down too. You're so right. Okay, so... I'm kind of still liking the idea of sticking with the sleep vibes. I think Bronzor does learn like hypnosis and whatnot, so that would work pretty well. Let's look at Bronzor. Just kidding. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. And this is either heat proof or levitate. I like the idea of levitate for now. Yeah, I think. And if it's at level 22, Confusion's kind of our best bet. What was our TM? It was Trick Room, yeah? That's the real Game Freak special, true. Rare occurrence where Future Sight could be a fun threat? I could see it. That is pretty far up in the moveset. You have like 8 different lines to choose from, but let's just use the same 4 Mons from the same line. That's even worse than like Morty, you know, because Morty at least didn't have really a choice, except for Misdreavus. Resto Chesto for Ace? Maybe. What about Telekinesis TM? Oh. What are you all about? I think we looked at this last time, no? Raises the target in the air for 3 turns. Makes all moves against the target bypass accuracy checks. Okay, so this would work really well with Hypnosis, no? I don't mind it. I don't mind it. So we go Telekinesis. Bypassing accuracy checks is pretty good. The only problem is it's only for 3 turns, but I do like the idea just to guarantee Hypnosis. Cool idea, Gakabo. I did suggest switching her TM up to Rest for Sleepy Theming. That could work as well. Yeah, we got options. So Rest, Trick Room as the original one. I do like the idea of changing it up a little bit. If we do Rest, probably get rid of Round, you know, for that. And then let's go back to Bronzor. I've got like a million tabs open. That's fine. Bronzor. Level 22. I do like Confuse Ray. We go probably like Confusion, Hypnosis. I can type, I swear. I mean, Confusion's just better than Psywave, I feel like, in every way possible. We could go Feint Attack, right? Like, I don't know, I don't love it. And then, like, Confuse Ray. If we go Rest, I don't know if I would give Bronzor that. If we go Telekinesis, I could go with that here. Isn't Telekinesis Alakazam's signature move? No, that's Kinesis. That's different, yeah. Okay, chat, what city would you love to visit in Pokemon? That's a great question. I mean... that is a really good question. Because I'm assuming with that question, you would mean that the city would stay exactly the same as it is, right? So, oh man, maybe like Veilstone. Oh, it's got to be like Fortree City, right? Like, that's a dream come true. Fortree City, for sure. To just live in the trees in a treehouse? Come on. You can't get much better than that. Driftvale for the PWT spectacle would be a worthy tourist attraction, I agree. Cherry Grove is nice and chill, you know, I do like it. It feels equivalent to, like, just checking out a random local town / village in Japan, you know? Okay. Oh yeah, I don't know what Future Sight's deal is in Gen 5. Let's check. Jarvis, check what the actual type of Future Sight is. In Gen 5, it was increased to 100. Future Sight now calculates its damage when it hits rather than when it's selected. It now inflicts damage as a Psychic type move. I feel like we gotta use Future Sight, no? I'm kinda here for it. I would love to visit New Vima Town. Ooh, it's peaceful, quiet vibes, and nearby beach would be such a vibe. I agree, and all the like Pidove hanging around as well. Shadow says Gotharita. Okay, let's see what Gotharita's got. Shadow is one step ahead of the curve here. So at level 22, we got Psybeam. I don't know what the freaking ability is here. Isn't it like... oh, I was thinking Shadow Tag. Competitive is later, so it has to be Frisk, which is extremely lame. And then you go... Psybeam. I don't know. Fake Tears. This is just rough. Shadow says Tickle and Miracle Eye. That allows you to hit dark type moves, right? Oh crap. I could see the angle there, especially if we're not throwing a lot of coverage on these guys. Like, you could go Charge Beam, something like that. That could play very nicely into Telekinesis. You go, like, Charge Beam, Telekinesis. Something like that. I could make competitive a thing. That's true, you could do that. I feel like it's Charged Beam, Kinesis, or you do, like, Miracle Eye plus Rest or something. I feel like we kind of have an idea of what we're doing here. It just depends on which way we go. Is it Telekinesis, is it Rest, or is it Trick Room? You know? So, I feel okay with moving on for now. Usharna for Ace because Metang and Bronzor are both Steel Psychic. Yeah, I feel like this is pretty good. Okay, let's move on. Do we have a reason for switching up to this point? Yeah. Cool. I can vibe with telekinesis hypnosis. Yeah. Is Psyshock a TM yet? It is, yeah. 80 base power. It damages using the target's defense stat. Yeah. That could be interesting, just to switch it up a little bit, you know? But 80 base power, I don't know. Is that too much for Gym 3? What is, Levani rocking? It's like, it's Razor Leaf, you know? Like, I don't know. I'll note Psyshock, just in case. Rest for sleep vibes. It's very on brand if we go the rest direction. Rest really fits the vibes the best, but maybe not the best for gameplay. True, big turbo. Okay, let's move on to Grimsley, who is replacing Elisa, just like in the base game, or first version. Let's see. If you go rest, you probably got to commit with rest sleep talk set. Oh, fair. Good go. Rest sleep talk. Yeah. So we went Hone Claws last time for Grimsley. That doesn't mean we have to stick with it this time, but we did have Bisharp in the front. And the reason why I thought that was okay is because it has a lot of weaknesses. The level cap has raised by 3 levels, so let's keep that in mind. Feels a little bit more reasonable to have him at level 30. I'm okay with keeping Bisharp here, for sure. Does Musharna get Snore? It's got Nightmare. That's like the closest thing I have to it. I don't see Snore anywhere. Sleep Talk is here. Yeah. So Bisharp. Let's take a look, and let's think about what the other team members might be. Doesn't challenge mode give the gym leaders another Pokemon? Yes, but I kind of want to stick to normal mode. Just make it a little bit more simple that way. We're going to try to go for a challenge mode difficulty, roughly, but I want to keep it contained to the number of Pokemon that the normal mode has. I feel like that makes more sense from a reverse concept. Because then if we're going challenge mode, it kind of feels like we're doing a fixing style video and reverse. And I feel like I want to save the fixing down the road for when I want to do fixing Unova. Riff Grimsley with his gambling addiction? True. Oh, he's definitely spending it all on sports betting. Yeah. For sure. Not to mention Polymarket. Like, imagine Grimsley living in modern day society today. Like, that would not go well. Okay, so we want to look at not Iris, not Caitlyn, but Elisa. Lisa's got Flaffy and Emolga. Let's look at the BST of both. Emolga's honestly not bad, right? Isn't it like 400? Yeah, 428. That's not terrible. Let's look at Emolga. Doesn't have to be from Unova. Let's go like 400 to 450 in the BST. And we'll go to Electric. Generally speaking, I probably want to keep it to like one, or like a majority of Unova Pokemon. Oh gosh. Okay, this is a little scarce. Why did I go Electric? What am I doing? Okay. So 428. Zweilius would be crazy, right? The Nimbasa gym sponsored by DraftKings. It's the only way that Grimsley would keep the gym afloat. He would have to get sponsored by DraftKings. I love that. And not even like, oh man. Oh man. I'm sorry, Scrafty, but I'm very tight with the money, so I'm selling you. What's up, Gakabo? Please, Prankster Lipard, you get access to Lipard on the same hidden grotto. You get in Cinchino, you get the Cinchino in. Oh, that's kind of fun. That's an interesting idea. I feel like that could work. We did do Lipard in that slot for base game. Or, black one, white one. So the only thing we would want to change out is the Volibee. And Volibee's stats were replacing an Emolga and Flaffy. What is Flaffy's stats at? 365, so a lot lower. Right? So what if I just opened it up a little bit? Okay. We could go Krokorok, we could go... Well, I kind of want it to be... I guess it would have to be Sneasel, yeah? That's kind of interesting because it doubles up on the quad effective fighting weakness. Murkrow for sure, need to mix it up a bit. I don't think Murkrow is here unless it's like a little bit more BST. There is Absol. Absol might be a bit much. Sneasel is for Zenzalin. Are we saving Krokorok / Crocodile for Clay? Ideally, I would like to. I want to use a non-Unova Pokemon for this slot. So that kind of leaves us with Absol and Sneasel-ish. Like, we could keep Volibee, but then it's the same team as Black 1, White 1, you know? Murkrow is Mafia? Yeah, but, like... Yeah, Murkrow is simply not in the Pokedex, bro. So, I feel like Sneasel is our best bet, guys. It's either that or Absol, to be honest. Let's game it out. Let's game it out. Let's see what's going on. Absol could get Super Luck for gambling. Ooh. You guys convince me so easily to do things. Alright, I'm gonna change up the music a bit. Oh, here we go. We're going to Corneria. Sneasel is a little stealing gremlin. Can we keep Volibee but use a load of move tutor moves to make it unique? I don't know, I kind of like introducing these non-Unovan Pokemon. I feel like that's a lot more interesting to me. We got Inner Focus or Keen Eye. Probably go Inner Focus, yeah. Sneasel gives huge weakness to Embourline. Yeah, that's true. Super Luck plus Slash is okay at 28. Okay. Let me look at I guess I should have been doing this from the start, but let's look at Grimsley's other teams. That could help us find the answer. We have Absol right here. But this is Masters DX, so I don't know. I mean, Absol in the battle tree? I don't know. Guys, Absol's looking pretty good. Absol in Black 2, White 2 in challenge mode. I think that solves it, no? We just might have to underclock his moveset a little bit. Ever so slightly. I do like Absol too. It's a good Pokemon for him. And it is like, it's a Hoenn Pokemon, and Hoenn and Alola kind of have similar vibes, you know? I love when this song plays. It's so good. I still need to play Star Fox. I don't have the game. I played the demo. I actually kind of liked it, but I feel like I'm very bad at the game. So, we'll see if I get around to playing it. Okay, Absol and Liepard. Let's look at Liepard first. Yeah, I don't know. Do we go Prankster? It's an interesting idea. I feel like this would be a case where I could see myself throwing Prankster on it because it can be found in the hidden grottos nearby. And it would work as an interesting, like, oh, this is what a hidden ability is, you know? I'll go Prankster / Limber for now, because we're not going Unburdened because Liepard is fast enough as is. Everyone is bad at Star Fox at first. Fair enough to leave. Maybe I'll play it on stream someday, you know? Yeah, Sharpedo, I don't believe is in the Unova Dex. Okay, so the moveset that we gave this guy initially is this. Fake Out Pursuit, Aerial Ace, and Assist. Assist kind of plays into the gambling a little bit. Prankster Assist! Whoa! I didn't realize Prankster... That makes sense, yeah. What's up, Kenneth? How you doing? Star Fox's great game? I can't believe you said that. I genuinely don't believe that you have played the game. Prankster roleplay? What does roleplay do again? It like switches the items, no? Oh, it replaces the user's ability with the target's ability. Yeah, that's great. Prankster roleplay. I'm here for it. I'm here for it, Ice. You had it on 3DS. That's crazy. Well, there is a 2-player mode, so maybe we should play it sometime. But Prankster Assist was banned in competitive at some point. I feel like we have to do it now, right? Okay, important to note. Like I said before, the level cap has increased a little bit. That doesn't mean that we've unlocked any new moves, unfortunately. But I feel like this is still a good set as is, no? Like, the addition to Liepard would be the pranksterness of it all, you know? But if we go that route, is there another move that would work well with Prankster here? Like, we could give it T-Wave over some coverage. Or Taunt, yeah. Oh, for Absol? Yeah. Less Mimi, Prankster Trick with a bad item? That's crazy. That's crazy that you said that that's less Mimi. I have like 50 reasons why we should have Weavile over Absol. And yes, one of the reasons is because Nuzlocke fainted in my favorite Pokemon. Oh, fainted my favorite Pokemon in my Nuzlocke. Yeah, that sucks, Triangle. Yeah, I think Liepard's good as is. Got a bounce, sounds good, Pink Vanillish. Thank you for stopping by. It's always nice to see you in chat. Sand Attack Evasion works with gambling. This is true. Yeah, we could run some Sand Attack gaming. I did see a comment on the video saying that Grimsley should have more gambling in his moveset. So I'm gonna at least comment here saying Sand Attack or Gamble or Gamba. Okay, so Absol, Inner Focus, right? That's what I have to have right now. Let's look at the stats again. I can't quite remember here. So, very high attack stat. This thing is pretty good. It's not very fast, so that's important to keep in mind. Very average speed. Let's keep in mind, do we want to keep Hone Claws here? Super Luck Absol? Wait, oh yeah, why do I have Inner Focus? That was from Sneasel. Super Luck is Gen 4 onwards. Okay. For a second, I thought that was Gen 6. What about 4 Oko moves for Gamba? Crimson speaking my language. Now we're talking. Yeah, I do like Super Luck here. So we go Super Luck. Can we go Focus Energy or something like that as well? Focus Energy feels very good here. There's Slash. Yeah, I guess we'll give it Slash. At level 28 too! It works out too well! I guess we could go Pursuit again here. We do have Bite. I feel like Bite is good because you get the gambling for flinch if it does outspeed. What else you got here? We could go Taunt. Do we want to keep the Hone Claws? Let's look at the TMs again. It's Hone Claws, it's Taunt, Torment, Thief, Fling. I forgot what Quash does. The target of Quash will act last in that turn. That is booty cheeks, chat. We got Embargo, Payback, Snarl. If we're looking at it from a Gamba perspective, yeah, Hone Claws on Absol would go crazy. If we look at it from a Gamba perspective, I feel like going Taunt or Torment makes a lot more sense. Because I feel like Hone Claws kind of goes against the gambling aspect in some way. Although, now that we did give him Hone Claws, I feel like that move is, like, far and away better than Taunt or Torment. Yeah, it's like I feel like Quash was invented specifically only for those Pokemon escape room ROM hacks, like where you have to know what it does in order to escape the room. Prankster Torment for Liepard? Yeah. Could be a move. Especially if we were giving it to Bisharp. Did we? We did. I can't believe we did that. That's kind of insane. Maybe I shouldn't have done that, chat. Okay, we'll downplay it a little bit. I think going Torment is better. I feel like that fits the vibe a bit more. It's on the level of Imprison. Oh yeah. Yeah, but I feel like Imprison is like what's this? Oh, it's like Maractus in the sense that like Maractus is famous for not being famous. So I feel like Imprison is a move that's famous for being not famous. What is playing on me? What is this? Oh man, Tom or Crimson must have added that. Double team is cringe. I 100% agree with that. I do not want to run double team if possible anywhere. Team Snarl on Absol would be pretty balanced. True. It feels cheeky, but it doesn't feel gambly, if that is a word. Okay, so let's get rid of Sneasel. Let's go. What do I want to be at here? TMs. So Torment. Let's assume we do that. Let's go Torment here. We could probably go Torment on Absol as well. Although it does learn Taunt naturally. Let me make sure it does get Torment. It does. Cool. This feels very similar to... what's his name? Sydney's team from the Hoenn in Reverse video. Because I believe I did, like, Taunt or Torment Absol as the ace. Could change the Dark TM to, like, Payback. Payback could work, too. Yeah. Triangle says, hey, I like Maractus. Oh, what's your fun fact about Maractus? It can't close its eyes? That sounds crazy. Okay, so if we go Slash and Bite, do we run Swords Dance? I feel like that's too much, man. Maractus is goated? Oh, yeah. Maractus is great. Wait, Crimson, you're saying put Torment and Taunt on the same Pokemon? Like on Absol? Just Quick Attack or Feint? Yeah, I could see it. Because Slash is our coverage here. On 2 different mons? Yeah. Oh, yeah, because then Liepard could pull either Taunt or Torment. I kind of like that. You go Taunt here. You don't make it to TM, because it's learned naturally. And then you go Quick Attack. Yeah, I think if Absol was not... Or if Absol was the ace, I would give it another coverage move, like Aerial Ace, but... Well, I guess I gave Liepard the same, so... If you want to nerf Absol, you could do both on it. True. True. Where's Embargo? Embargo, Torment, Taunt, Quash, and Prankster, Liepard. True. Okay, so Bisharp, let's double check his team, or his moveset. You get Slash. Although... kind of okay with the moveset as is. We did toss Honeclaws off for Torment, but I think that's okay. Although, I guess Revenge has anti-synergy with Assist, Prankster. I don't know how that works. Give Liepard Thunderwave? Yeah, I did want to note that just in case. Something like that, like Sand Attack. Heal block to prevent potions. Is that on Liepard? Or on Absol? Psycho Cut coverage for Absol? That seems too much if it's not the ace. But yeah, I don't know how Revenge Prankster Assist works. If it does pull Revenge, it's probably just going to be base Revenge power no matter what. Yeah, it's just going to be 60 base power. I figured that was the case. Let's see. Is there anything else that could be Gamba coded? I could see Metal Burst. Holy crap. I mean, do we just give it Metal Burst instead of Revenge? Although that, I don't know how that would work with Assist either. Fury Cutter I could see. I'm okay with leaving it as is. This seems fine. You'll give an Absol anything at this point? It can't call Metal Burst? That makes a lot more sense. I like this. I like this. Focus Sash Metal Burst is insane. Let's stick with what we have for now. Let's move on to Marshall. So, if you guys don't remember, I had Marshall's Ace leading the pack because it was a Regenerator Mienshao that had U-turn. So it was very close in style to Bugsy's Scyther. I want to keep that same energy here, but his other two Pokemon are Girder and Scraggy. Let's look at Clay's updated team. We have Krokorok, Sandslash, and Excadrill. So, realistically, Girder could probably work the same. I guess we could throw Girder, like, in the back slot. And then we have Sandslash, who... his BST, I want to say, is around, like, 450. Okay. So if we take a look, let's go to fighting type, and we go 400 to 500. Just a little, cast a wider net here. If we want to stay around 450, our best options are Throw, which is interesting because it didn't work in the last team. But we want to try to do something that's not of Unova, and funnily enough, our only options are Toxicroak and Heracross. That's kind of disgusting. I'm leaning towards Toxicroak right now. Oh man, that's like not ideal. I'm gonna open it up a little bit wider. I'm sure something that weak is not gonna work anyways. Heracross is a post-game mon. I'm pretty sure you can catch Heracross before Gym 7, no? Am I wrong? Game locations. Black 2, Route 12. Yeah. This is pre-Opal Lucid. You don't need to do a non-Unovan if it doesn't click. That's fair. Toxicroak is cool. He has one on his BW1 post-game team. Okay. A lot of people are saying Metacham. Toxicroak is more unique. You don't see it much until late game normally. The hair growth. Oh, yeah. Oh. So I think Heracross does work. Both of them are available. I do think Heracross would be... It is only like a 10 BST difference, but either way, we would probably be underclocking them ever so slightly just to kind of balance it out with Sandslash in a way. Yeah, I kind of like Toxicroak here. It feels like a definitive upgrade over Scraggy. Or I guess Clay's original Pokemon, which was Palpitoad? Yeah, Palpitoad. Conkeldurr is a trade evolution. True. I still like the Mienshao lead because it has this U-turn energy and with the Regenerator mon or ability. I know it technically works better to use the trade evolution, but I feel like the vibe is too immaculate, no? Like, having the Regenerator U-turn synergy. And, like, I also have this cute little Force Palm Smelling Salt duology as well. I don't know. I could be convinced to switch it up for Conkeldurr, but this is Girder's set that we used from the last game. This is Sheer Force, Bulk Up, Low Sweep, Rock Tomb Payback. We used the TM Low Sweep here, which is, I believe, is it 60 base power? 65. So this feels pretty good. Like it's better Rock Tomb in a way, because it's perfect accuracy. It's a little bit higher damage, and you lower the speed. And I feel like you need speed control on a fighting type team. Yeah, true, Ice. Either way, you're doubling up on one of the weaknesses, whereas Scraggy was immune to psychic types. That's fair. Give me Inshao Drain Punch. Actually, let's actually look at that. I don't hate that. What level does it unlock that move? 33. As it is written. Drain Punch is online. Therefore, I think we should remove Smelling Salt and give it something else. It could learn Low Sweep just to be consistent with the TM. I don't want to give it like setup moves or anything because it's got U-turn. Detect? Don't get too far from the camera. I know you want me to. Detect Dry Skin Toxicroak. Yeah. Yeah, we did Smelling Salt. Knockoff is kind of interesting. It could provide some pretty good coverage. And I know it's only 20 base power, but like dropping the item could be useful if the player does use them. Dual Chop? Oh gosh. That's kind of disgusting, but I don't mind it. I don't even remember. What does Quick Guard? It prevents priority moves, right? Yeah. So it's like protect only for priority moves. That's super niche. Crafty says Psychic destroys the team. This is true. So should we give... Well, it's already got U-turn. U-turn is pretty good coverage for Psychics. It's not stab, it's not that bad. True, and there's no secondary effects to it, so it's just... Honestly, is it giving it that much, though? It's not really coverage against anything, except for... No, you don't even get dragon types by this point, I think. I could be wrong. How does knockoff work in this gen? It's still 20 base power. I don't know if the player keeps the move or not, or the item. If a Pokemon has a knocked off item, it cannot gain or lose an item. Okay. Gen 5, knockoff now removes the held item rather than rendering it unusable. This means that the Pokemon can obtain another item if it's a held item by Wait, what? This means that the Pokemon can obtain another item if its held item is removed by knockoff. Okay. Mach Punch? This guy's gaming. We could do a little priority, although I don't think it gets Mach Punch, right? Yeah. Gives a strong neutral hit into things, that's fair. But at that point... Do we just go, like, Facade over Smelling Salts? Just for 70 base power damage? I guess, technically speaking, Dual Chop is better, but it's got that mischance, which is fine. Retaliate? Yeah? Yeah? I could see Retaliate, because it's going to switch back in and out. That's not bad. Me first, Mienshao? Wait, what? What would the point of me first be? Yeah, I do like Retaliate here. Retaliate Fake Out. Wait, good point, good point. Should we... Do you think it's worth replacing Fake Out with Retaliate here? And then we go, like... I don't even know. Acrobatics or something? We could give it Rock Tomb. You know? It does have that on his E4 team. Keep Fake Out. Rock Slide Retaliate. True! There's acrobatics here. He first uses the move the foe will use at a higher base power. Is it really a higher base power? Would close combat be too crazy? Yes. That does have crazy synergy though, Ice. I kind of want to go Rock Tomb. Here's what I'll do. Let's keep Fake Out here for now. And then I'm gonna note in a comment, possibly swap for Rock Tomb. Get that flying type coverage. More speed control always helps. Okay, Toxicroak, let's keep moving. Let's keep moving, folks. He first copies that move preemptively and increases its power by 50%. That's interesting. Toxicroak U-turns and switches to Scrafty, and the Psychic type hits the field. Oh, yeah. If we keep Scrafty, yeah. But I don't think we will. You're close to the TM location? Of Rock Slide? Oh, okay. I will note that as well. Okay, Toxicroak Gaming, folks. Anticipation or dry skin? I don't think it necessarily matters, although I guess we're close to a route that rains pretty often. I don't know if I would want to set Rain Dance in this fight. Probably not. It's an interesting idea, though. Everyone's saying dry skin. Okay. Give it something that can poison the opponent easier for me and Xiao to take advantage of. Okay. Well, I guess that would be in the case that we're running Facade. Yeah, we definitely go TM here. So we go low sweep. Level 31, by the way. So we can run, like, Sucker Punch. That seems pretty good. But I don't want to overclock this guy too much. So I feel like... I don't know, do we do Toxic? Give it an angle for it to not really do much damage? I kind of don't mind Toxic here. So we go Toxic as the TM, or ATM, and then, like, Swagger, you know? Maybe Pursuit. I don't mind Pursuit. Because that gives us a little Psychic type coverage. What is everybody saying? Everyone's saying... Okay, we got... Mana Brady says Gunk Shot. Feel like Gunk Shot's a bit too much. Dry Skin actually helps Imbor line. True, Crimson. Facts. Not Sparkler. We are at Marshall right now. Sorry, I didn't see that earlier. We're almost done with Marshall. Oh, we have Sucker Punch. What am I doing? So we need, like... I don't know. Do we even just go Poison Sting at this point? No, we don't. That's stupid. I guess it's Swagger, yeah? Swagger Toxic? Paint Attack, yeah. That's right, yeah. We're at Gym 5. They can have competitive movesets a little bit, or competent movesets. Well, Sucker Punch... I guess you're talking about Pursuit, right? Yeah, so we have Sucker Punch. That's good. Swagger Psych Up returns. Oh. Wait a minute. Is that not a TM? Psych up, where are you? We cannot learn Psych up, folks. Sorry, Crimson. Because I'm an opposite vegan. That's awesome. Sounds good, Kenneth. Thank you for joining. Enjoy your steak. I love Toxicroak, but they are not sweeping. They're not supposed to. They're not supposed to. True, poison coverage isn't that good. Fair point. AI will not use Swagger Psycho if it's not that smart. This is true. This is true. Can any of the team learn it? Oh, that'd be interesting if, like, Girder could. Nothing on Girder. Sorry, closing some tabs. Got like a million of them open. I feel okay about this. Did I not have the team on the screen? There. What's up, Elgasp? How you doing? Welcome on in. Pretty sure Soccer Throw can. Gotcha. Rain Dance Toxicroak. I feel like it doesn't make sense to set up Rain Dance. I'll write it down, but it doesn't, like, I guess, you know? Like, then you could go, like, Protect, Low Sweep, Rain Dance Toxic, and then you could, like, stall them a little bit. I don't know. Peace out, Triangle. Thank you for joining. Yeah, if it had a little bit more synergy, I would consider it, but I think it's okay. I'm just going to leave Girder alone, to be honest. I will double check its moveset. Yeah, I mean, it gets Rock Slide at 33. You know, maybe I'll consider swapping it on. It's pretty close to it. And, like Shadow was saying, we're pretty close to the TM. So that could help. Smackdown over Rock Tomb. True. I do like the speed control, though. But we do already have that on low sweep, so... Okay. Cool. I'm good to move on. Let's go to Marlin, who is now taking Skyla's spot. Skyla. Wow, we're doing pretty good on timing, I would say. You're running Sheer Force, you're not getting the speed drops. True. But then I'm getting the damage boost from it. You know? Do we have ground moves? I wasn't expecting the AI to be smart enough to do that. Wasn't going to work on the Oris set, and it won't work here, but it's funny. It is funny. It is funny. I do agree with that. Oh, I see what you're saying. Because are you saying that Smackdown grounds the Pokemon? Finally outside of the Heavenly Four? Marlin taking over the airport is strange, but in a funny way. Yeah, so I was thinking about this. We do have to talk about the reasoning for their switches. I kind of like the idea of, like, the air and the water-focused element trainers switching. So it's like, oh, you know, Marlin wanted to have a chance at the sky, or Skyla wanted to have a chance in the water, you know? Something like that. I'm gonna look up Marlin. See what he's got cooking here, because we do need to talk about the reasoning. Marlin is a brand new gym leader, so this is finally new content here. From Winds and Waves, exactly. You got it, E. big-hearted Pokemon trainer who gives passionate advice, relaxed and carefree man, oblivious to Team Plasma, yep. Absent from the gym. You know, like, maybe you could say Marlin got a taste of the skies with the Team Plasma frigate, but I feel like that's a stretch because, technically speaking, the events of the game haven't happened yet. Mr. Fisher. So bro's a big fisher. He wanted to get closer to the rain. That's kind of fun. That is a fun idea, FA. Maybe Marlin living near an airport so he can travel to other tropical areas. True. Maybe Marlin started hearing things about Alola, wanted to be able to travel quickly to and fro. Doesn't Skyla fly you to another town? Yes. Good point, Red Magnezone. In this game, Skyla pilots a plane from Mistralton to, what is it, Lacunosa Town? No, Lintimus Town. So, like, there could be a connection there in some way. Although this is a pretty small town. Lintimus Town. Lintimus Town and Black City are the only cities and towns introduced in Gen 5 that have not appeared. Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna have to head out for now. Sounds good, Shadow. Thank you for hanging out. Very much appreciated. Skyla's easier. She's just on vacation. Exactly. Marlin picking up a 9 to 5 at the control tower. It's kind of fun. Swimming competitions didn't really pay the bills. What about him spelunking in Chargestone Cave? Does it really have water in the lower floors? I don't think it does. Marlin wanted to swim in Lintimus waters after defeating him in the gym? I don't think there's water here either. Reversal Mountain? Come on, show us what the interior looks like. See, that would only work in Black 2. Like, because imagine we say, you know, Marlin wanted to spelunk in Reversal Mountain, and it just so happens they're playing White 2. That thing is filled with lava. Bro just likes the rain. I think we got a couple good ideas cooking for Marlin. I'm okay with that. AKA the active volcano. Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's focus on his team. We are swapping it with Skyla's Black 2, White 2 base team. This is an interesting team to me because I feel like Skarmory is a very cool addition to Skyla, so I'm very curious to see what we can do with Marlin. There's a lot of water types in this game. I feel like there's a decent amount of new water types added in the sequel specifically that weren't there originally. So let's check it out. We got easy normal mode. Jellicent, I feel like fits pretty firmly in the Swanna position. Let's go. I guess let's look up the BST of Swanna first. Resto Chesto Whalmer. Thoughts on carrying over Caracosta? I could totally see it. BST of 473, I kind of hate Swanna. I really do. I wish it was a good Pokemon, you know? Like, I wish it was better. Ace Jellicent. Jellicent is already, like... Oh, it's actually not as strong as I thought. That works pretty well. So we slot in Jellicent. That still works at the lower level cap, I think. Well, not really, actually. It's cheating by 1 level, but who cares? I'm good with this if you guys are. And then we've got Waylord and Caracosta. I'd be curious to see what his team would be in black and white. It's kind of a fun thought experiment. But, Caracosta, what level do you evolve, buddy? Probably 40, yeah? Oh, wow. Unfortunately, for this point in the game, I could see them being like he's getting both Basculin and a Jellicent. Take it or leave it. Yeah, fair enough. 495 BST at level 37, so it is technically possible, like we were saying earlier. But 495, Skyla's lead is Swoobat and Skarmory, so Swoobat is nowhere close at 425. Skarmory, I'm assuming, is like 460, 465, yeah, so I don't know, Caracosta would be definitely a buff over the base game, I will say. Like, if we want to go closer, low-key, what's the base or the BST of Basculin? Like, low-key. Wait, what is... There's no way it's 460, right? That is crazy. Like, honestly, Basculegion or Basculin might be the cut that Marlin needs to his team. I'm going to write both of them down for now. But that is important to note. Mantine for an Alola tie? Oh. That's interesting. Is Seismitoad really only in the post-game in Black White 2? That's crazy, oh wow. Mantine is counterpart to Skarmory. Let's check the BST here. So 465. Let's go like 450 to 500. I guess technically Basculin would be more of a Skarmory swap, but let's do that and water. Some searching here. Okay, so our options for Skarmory swap are Crawdont, Dugong, Floatzel, Golduck, Mantine, Octillery. We've got a ton of options here. They used to have the same BST, but Mantine was buffed. Ah. Yeah, I didn't realize Basculegion was 460 BST. I think it's just because its sprite is so small, it makes it feel like it's weaker than it actually is. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it feels like Mantine works very well here. It's either that or Floatzel for me, because I feel like Floatzel could work pretty well. Crawdont is probably going to be closer to the BST that we're looking for. But yeah, it's not like Mantine is like the craziest Pokemon anyway. It's got a 4x weakness. No Vaporeon. I think its BST is too high. Kakabo. Does Basculegion get adaptability? No. Or I guess, does it? Let me look at... Oh, perfect! We're listening to Surf right now! This is crazy. Okay, it does have adaptability. Pretty sick, pretty sick. I feel like we go that route, no? Mantine is a good mon for rounding out teams, it just doesn't get used enough. Totally agree. I don't think it's a hidden ability. If I'm reading this wrong, then it's possible. I am kind of the opinion that we give him Basculegion here. I do like Caracosta, but I feel like it works very well. Hidden ability is Mold Breaker, yeah. Okay, let's look at the learn sets. Let me go to Marlin first. I'm gonna copy over the Jellicent just to start with. It seems like Scald is the TM of choice here, which is kind of butts. I mean, not butts, but busted. Recover, Scald, and Ominous Wind. Not bad. That's pretty good. For 8th gym, even, that's not bad. Use Brine for TM? Yeah, it's Scald. Okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. So switch it down, like downgrade it to Brine. So we have Rain Dance, Scald. I don't think Brine is a TM here. I guess we go Rain Dance, chat. I feel like I do that for all of my water type teams, but Scald is good, but not too broken for this point. I feel like it is pretty insane. I don't know, maybe we can keep it at Scald for now. Like, this is 6th gym. You know what I mean? Lead with Mantine for Rain Dance? Ooh. The burn chance is just insane. At level 39. I mean, is there anything that we really need to change? Oh, this is not the right generation. Ominous Wind, Brine. Other games give much better by now? Other games give a lot worse, too. Could do dive early? That's interesting. Like, I guess if we want to, like, reset Rain, there's not a big reason to do it by Jellicent, but we could give it Rain Dance. We could go Hex plus Scald. Would have been so tough. Oh, yeah. They should have done that in Gym 8. Crafty's back, huge. I'm okay to leave Jellicent the same for now. Let's see what we can do here. So, Gen 5, Masculine, Blizzard coverage. I'm not going to do that if base game didn't do it, you know? It's too early for that. We can go Aqua Jet. Out of curiosity, what's our... So we got... Okay, we actually have decent special attacks still. I say that because if we... Okay, we do get Scald, so I kind of feel like we could run Scald here as well. Does Basculin get any ghost moves per chance? Good question. I'd argue that the 30% burn chance isn't the biggest issue. It's the fact that every water type and their mother gets Scald pre-Gen 9. Yeah, it is crazy. I do agree with that, Crimson. It should be a slightly more limited, which I'm glad they did. Didn't they, like, super limit it in Gen 9? Okay, let's keep moving. We have the TM with Scald. Let's give it some coverage. We could go... We're 37, so like we could realistically go like double edge. If we want. On crunch? We could go crunch. Is there anything more interesting that we could do here? Like, revenge could be okay. I don't see a lot of reasons to use it. Like, they also added chilling water. Oh, okay, I see. Marlin really deserves a Basculegion reference since Basculin evolves into it. True. I think if possible that would be fun, but I don't see any ghost type TMs here. Too frail to use revenge. Fair. Fair. Ice, ground, flying, fire, bug, or poison moves. You're saying those could be good. Toxic from Basculin to power up Jellicent's Hex. I don't think I'm going to use Hex on Jellicent. Because it's not being used in the base game version, so... I mean, like, is it in the challenge mode? It is not. So... I don't know. I feel like... we already do have Hex in the early game, too. Which is kind of funny. To deal with weaknesses, yeah. I could see, like, a cheeky... maybe Ice Beam would be too much. Icy Wind could provide some decent speed control. But it's like... that could be, like, really not a lot. I'll just say Icy Wind or Ice Beam here, because I could see a reason for both. Wait, does Marlin have a Mantine in challenge mode? Oh my gosh. Listen, this video just writes itself. What can I say? Could be a reference to Marlin beating and training with Chantal. True. This is not technically based on the challenge mode number, so we're trying to stay true to the base version of the teams, but give it a slight boost in challenge. Yeah, so I like that. I like that. Let's go to Mantine. Let's move to Mantine. Our ability is Swift Swim or Water Absorb. I think this is... yeah, definitely we go Swift Swim, Rain Dance at the beginning. So we go Rain Dance, Scald. Scaled. I'm assuming Mantine can learn it based on Crimson's previous comment. Yeah, we're sitting pretty here. Oh my gosh, we got a lot of moves here. Okay. Yeah, I think we definitely go Air Slash. And we do get Scald. Yep, okay. Cool, cool, cool. And then what? We could do Signal Beam, even more coverage. We can go Aqua Ring, I guess. Imagine you get burned and you get flinched. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Surf? For Mantine's Surf reference? I could see it. I guess we could go Confuse Ray. Just add a little spice to it. What is the moveset here? Air Slash, Scald, Ice Beam, Confuse Ray? That's crazy. So very similar, but we added the Rain Dance. Yeah, I like this. This is good. We've got the ice coverage here. This feels pretty solid for Gym 6, you know? Slightly underclocked from Gym 8. But still challenging, nonetheless. Yeah. Okay, it is time to move on to Drayden, folks. Let's take a look at the team from... I guess it would stay the same, right? So... let's take a look. It's Flygon. I don't know if I want to change anything here, to be honest. Got Haxorus, Druddigan, and Flygon. This is Sheer Force. This is Levitate. This is Mold Breaker. I would have gone Seismitoad personally. What is Seismitoad's BST? So when we eventually do Gen 6, are we going to be using the vanilla sets as our base? Yes. We're doing that in terms of the number of Pokemon and in terms of the BST of said Pokemon, which is gonna suck. It is gonna suck a little bit, but I don't see a reason. Like, we're only reversing, we are not fixing here. We want to make it slightly more challenging than base game, so I could consider, like, I know Ramos has, like, Weepin' Bell. I could consider just overclocking the heck out of the whatever Pokemon goes there instead. Or, like, give it the equivalent of, like, a Victory Bell stats, you know? What was I doing? Kingdra should be in Black and White too. It's not. It's not in... it's not before post-game, at least. Okay. So, low-key, I feel like there's not a big reason to change anything here. This is a pretty good set. You could consider swapping out the TM from Dragon Tail to Dragon Claw, and that's probably the only thing I would really do. I'll leave a comment for that. Consider swap to Dragon Claw TM. But for now, let's move on to Skyla. That, I guess, makes the sets easier, since most of the teams are only 3 Mons. True. And that's the same with Black and White, to be honest. Like, people forget how little Pokemon these trainers have in Black and White. Ooh, Boom is not back yet, Tyler. There's a couple of them back, though. Welcome on in. That's like the one thing you can really do to buff the teams. Yeah, exactly, Red. Okay. Let's move on to Skyla. Skyla in base game does use this team. There we go. I don't know why it says Boom on the alert. I'm gonna have to fix that. What's up, TV? So, we are going to Gym 8, which is going to be Marlin's squad. This is kind of the BSTs we're looking for. Swanna, like we said, is very close to Jellicent, unfortunately. But something we did with the base game is we gave Skyla, or at least the first version of Black and White, we gave Skyla, oh my gosh, I forgot the name of this Pokemon, Braviary. So Braviary is now the ace. Let's say Swanna is where, like, Skarmory is, or not Skarmory, Caracosta, I guess. We can throw Swanna in the lead. And then, what we also did is we gave Skyla Sigilyph. This was Braviary's moveset in the first video. Importantly to note, there's a big level difference here. And I didn't realize that Braviary does not learn acrobatics. So if we go to Braviary, I want to see what its best, like, flying type set is here. What's up, Pokeware Inc.? For Marlin, Mantine can learn Bulldoze and Earthquake, whereas Basculin can learn Mudshot. I guess I would take Mudshot out of all of those options. I'm anxious to see it. Nice. So, right. We could go Brave Bird. I feel like that is fair for an 8th gym fight. Mantine has really low attack, so Mudshot would be the way. Yeah. I guess I can note that just in case. Possible Mudshot. Boom. I'm anxious to see the Unova League Black 2, White 2. Oh, I see. Yeah, I'm pumped too. It's gonna be a while until this video is out. The next video I'm doing is, in fact, a fixing video. It's been a while since we've done one of those. And then after that, I'm gonna do a sequel to, I guess I won't say all of the upcoming videos right now, but yeah, fixing video is coming up next, and it is well into production, which is very fun. Is Sharon still going to be a normal type user or any type user? That's a great question to leave. I think we are not going to answer that question right now. I think I'm going to leave that for the video. Okay, so classically, what happens with the B2W2 teams is you add a Pokemon that is not local to the region. We did give Skyla's team a, what was it called? Sigilyph in the first video. But here, I want to do a little change up. Let's go to flying. The BST of Wailord. What do we got? 500 flat. So let's go 475 to 525 and just see what happens here. Where Tropius at? I know, right? I wish. Can you get Gligar? You can. You definitely can. Low-key? Gliscor? Gliscor would be insane. That would go crazy. Drifloon would be fun, although we are highly considering throwing Drifloon on Chantal's set or team. So I am definitely I definitely have my eyes on Gliscor. We could go like Yen Mega. We could go Altaria as well, but come on, man. I think Gliscor's the guy, right? Is Tropius in the Pokedex? Oh, he is. It's your BST, buddy. Oops. Yeah, I mean, if Skyla was still in the same position, I would be like, yeah. But I feel like, listen, I am a fan of Tropius, Tyler. I hope you know. Lauren, we are on Gym 8 right now, but I feel like Tropius is going to be too weak, unfortunately. Tropius and Gliscor both, I feel like, are very fun Pokemon. But let's take a look at our team. Swanna, we used the set of this earlier in the last video. Important to note, we do have a higher level cap, so let's keep that in mind. We did run Scald on that set, which is interesting. We got Air Slash, Tailwind, and Roost. I feel like that's pretty good. Like, there's no way to get Hurricane up to full accuracy, right? Like, the only way to do that is no guard. So, yeah, I mean, I don't have any qualms with that. Poison Heal Gliscor? Maybe. So does that mean we should expect Tropius on the harder mode B2 White 2? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Although, Skarmory is pretty hard to beat. Excuse me. Sorry. Okay, let's look at Braviary. Braviary, like we were saying, probably should get Brave Bird here. Let me double check to see if there's a better option. Like, I could see giving it Fly, I guess, because of, you know, character reasoning. But, like, I'm okay without that. I think Brave Bird plus Citrus Berry works pretty well here. Where can I get the hat? I do have a hat, but it's not, unfortunately, purchasable at the moment. This is a hat that my friend made me like 2 years ago. But I do want to make this into a real thing. So, hopefully soon. When are we fixing Tropius? Great question, Crimson. I do plan on doing a fixing Pokemon series at some point soon. So look out for that. But I would love to fix Tropius. I love that guy. And I feel like we gotta do it before Winds and Waves comes out, because it seems like it's getting a new evolution. At least, I think. I don't know. Like, it seems like Game Freak might be hinting at it, because he was in the trailer. Bulk Up, Skydrop, and Superpower. What's the secondary effect here? Does it round Pokemon? While in the air, the target cannot act. Okay. You fixed Onyx, but no one else? True. I did start it on the short series, you're right. I was testing the waters. Livestream where people send you teams and tell them how to fix? That's a fun concept. It's like when, you know, Caleb Hammer has the live streams where he fixes people's finances live. I could do the same thing, but for Pokemon. That's kind of fun. Okay, let's take a look at Gliscor. Love Caleb Hammer? Yeah. Give Swanna swagger? Why? I wouldn't use the trailer as grounds for any possible Evo. Venomoth was in the trailer for Gen 9 and it didn't get anything. That's fair. Good point. But I can dream, okay? I could dream. Okay, we are not going Poison Heal. I feel like that would be outside the scope a little bit. I say we go Hyper Cutter and call it a day. We can, however, actually give this thing Acrobatics. Give Tropius Judgment. It's the only thing that it deserves, you're right. Okay, and it can even learn it on its moveset anyways. So we go Acrobatics. We could go Ice Fang? Maybe? U-turn doesn't really provide a lot of synergy here. But Macargo getting an Evo and Mega? Now we're talking. True! I can only dream. Simply just Acrobatics in the Elemental Fangs? That's kind of crazy. I could see it. We are level 49, let's see. We could use Sky Uppercut for rock types. I'm kind of game for Sky Uppercut. Kind of boss. And then Swords Dance, you know? Oh, we could throw Earthquake on. I do like Earthquake here. Give it some nice stab coverage. I guess we go Earthquake over Sky Uppercut, yeah? Swanna could learn Steel Wing since it has even offenses. I kind of like the Tailwind idea, no? Tailwind Roost and then just stab. Feint Attack could be good as well. Flying Gym Acrobatics will be funny. I'm restricting myself to one item here, but I do agree. Sounds good, Jennifer. Thank you for joining. Much appreciated. Chat, let's move on to the Elite Four. I think we're okay here. We have a decent starting foundation for a set here. I like it. It's clay time, baby. Firefang is more useful than ice. I will type in Elemental Fang. How about that? Yeah, Sky Uppercut combines them into one slot. I will write both of them down. Okay. That is looking good to me. We are now... Might skip Roost. Setting up Tailwind is much more useful than it healing itself. Okay. Split Score would have been perfect for Clay. Oh, true, actually. That's a fair point. The only other option for Skyla is Yen Mega. I won't go back and change anything yet, but I do like that idea. Possibly replace with Yen Mega to save Blitzcore for Clay. Cool. Persona music, that's right. Look at the PWT teams for references. Great idea. Swanna might be too frail for Roost. Fair point, King Jake. What about Skarmory? We could just update her initial team as is. Plus Sandstorm? That's kind of crazy. Who's ready for Persona 6? Great question. I still have not played Persona 5. I have the game. I can't sink that much time into a game right now. Okay. Play. We look at his PWT team for reference. What is happening here? Really? He actually just uses this? I guess this is, for the weaker team, yeah? Yeah. Okay. So, we have 4 slots, guys. Not 5 for this Elite Four, just like in the original video, unfortunately. But I think we can still get away with a couple of cool things. We're definitely bringing Excadrill over. I feel like Crocodile is too iconic to miss. Let me look at the Elite Four in this game, because I want to see how often these guys use Pokemon not of this region. I feel like it's only one guy, yeah? Like, not even. Not even. I'm okay with including one. Yeah, this is crazy. Only in the challenge mode do they add a Pokemon not of this region. Huh. Like, is this across the board? Wild. There's an anime for Persona? Wait, I had no idea this was a thing. These lead with Hippowdon? Oh, that's kind of genius. No, I'm kind of vibing with that. Sandrush Excadrill. Oh man, I do really like that synergy. The problem is none of these these Elite Four members in the base game use their hidden abilities. It's a little disappointing. Like challenge mode, do they start using hidden abilities here? Like not even. But I feel like because the player has access to hidden abilities, it shouldn't be that crazy. So I'm okay, like, let's say for the Elite Four, each gym leader, or each Elite Four member can have one maximum hidden ability. I'm kind of okay with this. Is it? Oh, it's literally not even hidden. It's literally not even hidden. We're okay. Just delete what I said. I didn't say anything about hidden abilities, guys. I'm a Pokemon master, and yeah, I know everything about Pokemon. Maximum hidden ability? No. 3 has a movie, 4 and 5 have an anime? That's really cool. So technically speaking, we could go with the exact logic that I just said and run this little thing here. But let me make sure that Hippowdon's actually here, because I don't remember having a place to find him. Yeah, Hippowdon is not here, guys. This is not a viable Pokemon. For that, actually, let me double check something. Okay, so I was using an Onix. That's crazy. I feel like, do we give him Sandslash? Is that weird? I feel like that's weird. Gigalith? Maybe. Hear me out, Tropius. I see it. What can I say? I think it's perfect for clay, guys. Pull a Raihan and go full sand team. What do we got here for Gigalith? I would say that's pretty far outside the scope of what we're doing, especially when Sandstream isn't until Gen 7. Hello? We are not doing that, unfortunately. Although Sandslash would have synergy here with Sandvale. Alternatively, what do we give this guy in base? We gave him Seismitoad. I feel like Golurk is the Pokemon we switch out, yeah? So we go Crocodile first slot. Let's copy over Seismitoad's set. This is Excadrill set. Now we just need our new player. What is happening here? Don't generate. I want AI in my Google Sheets. Yeah, so now I think what I'm gonna do, it sucks because base game doesn't have any non-Unova Pokemon in the Elite Four. At least not for their normal teams. But I feel like what I want to do is just say each Elite Four team member gets one, if it works out. So let's go to ground. And let's just say 475 and beyond. Something like that. Oh, did I forget that Chantal has Drifblim? It does. Okay, she does. So she's the only Elite Four member that has a Pokemon not of Unova in the league. That's very interesting. What about Stunfisk? I think we did think about Stunfisk last time. Okay, here are our options. We have Claydol, Flygon, which is already being used on Drayden's squad, Amoswine, and Steelix. Okay, I could see Steelix here for sure. Liscor is an option. And Claydol is being used on his team at some point. It's definitely Claydol, Steelix. I guess these are the only real options. Mamoswine and Liscor. If we want to change Skyla's team up. Mamoswine Pog? My boy Stunfisk. Who all gets Sandstorm? I'm assuming most of these guys do. It's Sturdy, Olivia Snowcloak, Sandvale, Liscor could go crazy. Oh yeah, no, Golem is here. Golem was on his or Golurk rather, was on his black-white team that I gave him. But I feel like Golurk is the Pokemon we should switch out, because Seismitoad feels more iconic to Clay. Oh, Golem. What am I thinking? Golem does not have 590 BST. Is that real? It's... Okay, 495. I was like, what? Yeah, it doesn't seem like Golem is in the decks. Nope. Oh, she only has Drifblim because Marlin took her Jellicent. You're good, Crafty. I see. Yeah, Golem would have been great. Yeah, this is interesting. Okay. Like, ideally, I feel like Gliscor makes the most sense because it's got Sandvale. It's got a little bit more synergy with the rest of the team. But Steelix I could really see working out too, especially since it has Sturdy. Let's move on for now. I'm gonna try to fly through the rest of the Elite Four real quick. It's already 9:30, so I'll probably end stream in the next 20 minutes max. 590 VST plus or minus 100. Yeah. It's like somewhere in there. Yeah. Lord West says, "All right, how about a rock type that can easily set Sandstorm as lead?" Yeah, maybe. I do like the idea, but I feel like it's like that would go on a fixing teams video, in my opinion. I don't know. Elisa! This was the squad that we gave Elisa last time. This is the set that we gave Elisa. And I think it's kind of weird because I feel like Galvantula is the Pokemon we'd swap out. But Galvantula is, interestingly enough, the most compelling Pokemon on the squad, or like more interesting Pokemon here. It's kind of strange. Let's look at Elisa. It's got the Flaffy. It's got the Joltik. Zekrom. Now we are talking. Ampharos. Yeah, low-key Ampharos is probably the Pokemon we add to the squad, right? Let's do a quick search just in case. King Jake, it depends on who you'd want to add, but probably swap Electros. Baby. Problem is I made Electros the new ace of the team. So we have Ampharos, Electivire, Jolteon, Magnezone. Magnezone could work. Magnezone could work. I am tempted. Maybe we just swap out the Emolga at this point. That feels like it's kind of going against the character of Elisa, but I could kind of see it. Jolteon is speed. Yeah, I feel like the vibes of Magnezone makes a lot of sense. For now, I'm gonna get rid of Emolga. Yeah, it is very iconic. It is. Okay, let's get rid of Galvantula for now. And I'm just gonna type in our options. This is what we have to do for the last few, just because we're getting close on time. But I feel like this gives us an interesting end game, because you guys don't necessarily know what the end is going to look like of the video. Polris uses Magneton and Magnezone. This is true, Gakubo. This is true. So maybe we want to stay away from Magnezone a little bit. Might as well write down Thundurus and Zekrom here. That's the squad right there. Those are the options. Electivire I could see working. I don't want to get Elisa's team like closer to another gym leader's team or aesthetic, and I feel like Electivire kind of works really well on Volkner's squad. I don't know. Part 2 is needed? I don't know if it is. We're getting pretty close here. I think let's do the same with Berg. Let's throw these guys on the screen. I have an interesting idea for Sharon. Okay. For Berg, I could see Durant definitely being the Pokemon we swap out. Let's go to bug types and see what they are offering us. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Heracross we could probably throw here. Ensur. Let's check Berg's later teams. Vespiquen. Vespiquen works really, really well because of his gym. That is not an option here, though. Is that because of BST? Remove Scolipede, please. Or 74. That might be BST. Or 70. There she blows. I think Vespiquen is a very interesting addition. I feel like it kind of... It doesn't necessarily overlap with Aaron, but it could. We could also add... No. We could also, you know, throw Heracross or Pinsir on the squad. Or, I guess, Ian Mega. Yeah, that seems like the best options to me. Scolipede has to go? Why? Arceus, that seems pretty good for Berg. You know, like, Berg uses a lot of colors in his art, and Arceus can turn into whatever color he wants to. That seems pretty on brand to me. I don't know. Obviously, Kricketune for the ace? True. Oh yeah, it's Roxy's ace. That's actually a fair point. I didn't even think about that. So Scolipede goes here, and then I guess we bring Durant back? Thank you for the throw-in. That was well-deserved, I will say. Sorry, it's late. Mega Yen Mega? I really want that to be real, Tyler. I really do. Okay. Let's go Roxy. We're going speed mode. I feel like Roxy has a lot of potential, but I don't know what her options really are. I don't know a lot of poison types. I guess, yeah, Drapion and Crobat. I could see that. Good vibes. Excelgor is an interesting pick. I will note it down. We didn't use Excelgor in the first video because we used... well, I guess we didn't use it, but Shelmet and... my gosh, what's his name? Carablast. They're very heavily tied with Alder. And I guess if Alder isn't in the league anymore, it works a bit better. Anyways. Roxy. I feel like... Do we need to give her coughing or, like, wheezing? Because she's using it here? I feel like that's not necessarily the case, Roxanne. Roxy can be hard to see with a badass team, yeah. Let's check out the poison type options here. But I want to say we should probably stick to 2 other Unova Mons. I feel like Garbodor is a must. And, like, anything else I could probably take or leave. I could really see Drapion being the outside pick here. Amoonguss is interesting. Amoonguss could work. Wheezing is kind of boring, but that is in her gym. Yeah, exactly. It's kind of a catch-22 to leave. I kind of like Amoonguss here. Let's double check what the options are. Roserade is there too. Skuntank is not an option that is available to us. Skuntank is not in the regional Pokédex. So I feel like this could work, you know? Actually, Wheezing could help out a lot. But Amoonguss will be neutral against ground types, so that's not bad. Toxicroak is already being used on Marshall's squad. If Toxtricity was in Gen 5, it would be perfect for her. So true, Xer. So true. Oh yeah, maybe we don't go Baton Pass because it's the ace. Fair point, fair point. Okay, Garbodor. Stench or Weak Armor? We probably want to go Stench here, yeah? Amoonguss. We could go Regenerator. I wouldn't hate that as an option. I feel like that's not completely out of the scope, because you can find a Regenerator Amoonguss in base game. Yeah, I really like Drapion. We could go Crobat too. Crobat's not a bad idea. Gotta have Drapion to reference the Scorpions? Wait, you might be music checking me here. Is that a band? We have to go Sniper. Crobat does feel overdone in a way. Okay, let's check out the moveset real quick. This is a new leader, so this is what we're gonna end on. Mostly attacking. Okay, cool. What do we got here? We could go Clear Smog just to make sure nobody is setting up. I don't hate that idea, but it's probably not worth it. Can we get T-Spikes? We can. I like some T-Spikes here. We probably want to go Gunk Shot. Rock Band? Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, okay, I'm sold now. I'm sold on Drapion if there is a rock band called the Scorpions. Yeah, I'm in. Can we give Amoonguss the most evil set of all time? I'm in. We could give Garbodor Explosion. Oh, Getsis has a Drapion. Fair call out. I will note that. Getsis has Drapion. We could go... Hey, we could go like Seed Bomb. That's disgusting. Wait. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Drain Punch is kind of interesting. Explosion in the Elite Four. Oh boy. We're talking about Garbodor right now. Low key, we could go Venoshock, but we'll throw Venoshock later on in the fight because we're laying the groundwork here with T-Spikes. Body Slam, not a bad coverage move. And then what? We could go like Recycle plus an item. Could be kind of fun. Just reverse the evil team mons, then it isn't a problem. True. We should give every Elite Four member a gym. It's kind of interesting. I kind of like Drain Punch here. We'll go like, yeah, Clear Smog / Drain Punch, something like that. Could be the vibe. Normal gym explosion, bro. Okay, Amoonguss. There is a Fungus Amoonguss. We want to go here. What am I doing? I'm misspelling Amoonguss, guys. There we go. We definitely want Giga Drain. We run... Oh, it doesn't even get Sludge Bomb, actually. But we definitely want Spore. Although that kind of goes... No, I don't think we do run Spore, guys. Because we're trying to go T-Spikes, right? That feels like it doesn't work, you know? Sludge Bomb is here. We can go Sludge Bomb on the TM side. If you do Drapion and Crobat, you'll have an immunity to both of Poison's weaknesses. This is true. This is true. What's an Amoonguss without Spore? Amoonguss really wants Spore? But like, it's not going to be able to use it half the time because half the Pokemon are going to be poisoned. I feel like it's a waste of a move slot. We can go Foul Play. That would be disgusting. But it works. Oh, Steel types? Okay. Okay, I see what you're saying. Can you go... There's no Leech Seed on this, yeah? You could go Synthesis. Just really reinforce the... Yeah, I guess fair point. I don't know if Amoonguss is going to even switch. But I feel like if we do go Effect Spore, that does have technically anti-synergy with Spore. Quick Claw Spore. That's disgusting. Synthesis and Protect. I'll say Synthesis or... Like, I don't know. Feint Attack. No, Foul Play is like way more threatening. Ruin some kid's day. I'm game with a little quick claw gaming. Okay, I still do really like the Drapion edition. Let's play that out a little bit. What can we do? We have Sniper. I do it in Champions all the time. That's gotta feel good. That's gotta feel good. We definitely go Cross Poison. We want Night Slash. Or, I guess we go Crunch, right? And then... no reason to run Bug Bite, really. Sniper Scope Lens? I would probably... if we do Scope Lens on Drapion, I would probably drop Quick Claw in favor of a item on the Ace. Oh, can it learn EQ? Yeah. We definitely want Ice Fang on this guy. Because right now its only weakness is Ground type. Does Fell Stinger exist here? That feels like a later gen move. I don't see it anywhere. Oh yeah, that's true. Night Slash does pair nicely with Sniper. Fire Fang for Steel. Yeah, I guess in that case we could do EQ Ice Fang. It's probably fine. Okay, let's take a look again at Scolipede. Because we do want this moveset to change a little bit. We have Mega Horn and Poison Jab. What does Steamroller do again? Does that boost speed? Oh, it's Flinch Chancing. Okay. I'm good without that, to be honest. Acupuncture? Or Acupressure. Yeah, it's kind of fun. Could Spiral. Make Scolipede try to end the opponent's team as fast as possible. I mean, do we give it rollout? Probably not. You could go... Payback is kind of interesting here. Could go Protect for a little bit more, like, toxic enablement. EO says Protect Black Sludge. I like that. And then, like, I will note Scope Lens here, but maybe take this off, because I only want 2 per team. Does Scolipede get EQ too? It does. It does. So we could run EQ. I'm not seeing anything else that I really love. Like, the only Pokemon that would really like Venoshock... Oh, yeah, why don't we just run Venoshock here? That feels pretty good. And even if it isn't poisoned, we can live with, like, it is a pretty big disparity. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. Venoshock / Sludge Bomb. Cool. Okay, I need to end stream, folks. This has been a ton of fun. I feel like we made a lot of progress. And I think I have exactly what I need to finish this up. Expect a stream just like this for the following fixing video in the future. And I might do this for the giving every Elite Four member a mega, but I feel like that doesn't require a stream to do, because the whole point of the video is seeing what the options are, and like the stream would just show all of the options that I choose. You just ended abruptly. It is 20 minutes overtime from when I usually stop streaming, so but I feel like we made pretty good progress. I don't know. Put Gigalith with Stealth Rocks on Sharon's champion team. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Give Sharon some more competitive movesets. Yeah. Yeah, interestingly enough, Sharon does have, or will get, a full team of 6 to work with. So it's good to keep that in mind. We are not going to cover Sharon today, unfortunately, but that is the champion of this video. So you've got that. Okay. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. It's been an absolute pleasure, as per usual. Very good to see all of your guys' faces, or I guess names, for that matter. Let me see who else is streaming so I can send you guys over to someone else. Vi is not quite back to Leaf. I will bring Vi back for next stream for you. Normal gym explosion to pretend Gigalith is a normal type. There we go, Crimson. There we go. Oh, man. Okay, let's see. Crispy Shay is streaming. Looks like they got a little, he's got a little background contest stream going on. Looks like he might be ROM hacking, which looks very fun. So go ahead and say hi to Chris for me, if you will. And I will most likely see you guys next week. I don't know what we're going to be streaming next week yet, but I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to figure it out. Sharon could have an expanded team from his Black and White 1 team. True. That's, I feel like, more in the direction that I want to go, but we'll see. We'll see. Let me set things up. Okay. Alright, people. I will see you guys next week. Have a good week for me. And, yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Bye, chat. Bye, Crimson. Bye, Red Magnazone. Bye, Keo. Bye, Ice. Bye, Deleaf. Bye, Oh Wow. See you next time.